So Levi, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me and share your experience going through the course careers program. And I really just wanted to start this off by learning a little bit more about your background.
Yeah. So, I grew up in Arizona. Went to college for a year, then dropped out. Noticed it really wasn't my thing.
Hmm.
Um, and quite honestly, I had no idea what I wanted to do at that time. So I picked up everything and moved to Nashville. Started working there. Literally dipped my hands in a bunch of different things. I mean, from construction to the movie industry, to billing in an office and a corporation, and really didn't. I mean, nothing was really ongoing or anything like that. So
Hmm.
um, I started taking some tech classes, and I started that in Nashville. And in the process of that, I moved to Austin, and that's when I found Course Careers, because I decided if I was working on a computer
Yeah.
all day by myself and not talking to anybody and conversing, I just wouldn't be happy. So um, I wanted to integrate the two of technology and sales because you are continuously talking to people and continuously reaching out to people. Your course has been a tremendous help.
I'm
I
great to hear.
literally knew absolutely nothing about tech sales to landing a job within a week after finishing your course. So, it's been amazing.
Awesome. And so overall, what was your experience like going through our course?
It was pretty simple and to the point. I finished it pretty quickly, just because I was unemployed at the time,
And
and
how quickly did you finish?
I finished in, I want to say it was like 3 weeks.
Okay, cool.
3 weeks, around 3 weeks is when I finished it, and then a week later. So a month in all is when I finished the course and landed a job.
Wow. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And let's put yourself in the students who are thinking about enrolling but aren't sure if is this program legit? Is it going to work? I mean, what were your hesitations before you enrolled in the course? What kind of questions would you have wanted asked and answered?
My hesitations were if it was actually real or not, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I feel like since you have that, I believe it's a 30-day refund, right?
14 day.
14-day refund. 14 days is I was halfway through the course by that
Yeah.
time. So I think 14 days is a clear understanding of, trying it out. And if it's not for you, then you obviously get your money back within 14 days.
Hmm.
That was my biggest hesitation, was just knowing if it was real or not and if I could actually land a job. And turns out, I took a chance and it was probably the best decision I've ever made. So,
Awesome, man. And expectations versus reality. So when you enrolled in the course, were all of your expectations aligned with what actually happened, the reality of it?
as far as expectations go, I didn't really have much expectation just because I was very hesitant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to say the least, it exceeded my expectations by a far.
Awesome.
Reality, it's like I said, it's probably been the best decision I've ever made. So, as far as my career goes, starting out making 65K, I mean, I've just never made that much in my life, and I have, you know, years of experience of a bunch of different stuff. So, yeah.
Mhm. And what was your so before like so now you're going through this internship and once you finish you're going to be on track to make about 65 in your first year in Austin. And before that, how much money? What do you think the average amount you were making per year was?
Really hard to tell. From where I came from, the last job that I had, I was making, I think, 15 an hour,
Yeah.
and I got cash tips.
Yeah.
Uh, So maybe 30,000 a year.
Gotcha.
So I mean, just starting out, doubling that, pretty incredible. Pretty
Awesome.
incredible.
And how long did it take to get your internship after finishing the course?
A week.
Yeah.
A week.
Do you
And
remember?
I mean, that was all because of you, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
like, what I would say to the students contemplating or hesitating taking it, I mean, Troy works with you one-on-one to get through the course and to get like land your first job or internship, and he will follow up with you every week. So I mean, like, you're not standing alone or doing anything like that. I mean, you have help whenever, and it's always accessible. So I mean, I would just say jump all in if you're thinking about it.
Yeah. Awesome. And tell us about your current job. So you ended up working for this company called StreamSets, and what industry are they in? Why did you choose them? What are you currently doing?
Yeah, so it is a software for basically data migration, in a nutshell. And it's a complex software. Not everybody can sell it. I mean, it really takes a lot. I still, to this day, am still learning everything about it and trying to figure everything regarding the product.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great company. I love working with the complexity of the product and continuously learning more. And your course has definitely helped me out a ton, because without that, I would be screwed with all the sales tools, and there was a lot more than I expected
Yeah. And
going into it.
so what are you currently doing at this company now in your internship?
Right now, I am doing a lot of research. So in the research phase, adding accounts to Salesforce, running reports for the other reps,
Mm-hmm.
just for specific accounts and whatnot, but mainly research.
Awesome. And do you think there's any reason you wouldn't be able to make the transition into a permanent rep after your internship?
I don't think that there's a possibility of me not transitioning. I feel like I'm doing pretty good, and the way the plan's set out is by the end of this month, I should be able to do everything that the SDRs are doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of just like slowly transitioning me into all the roles that an SDR has, and I would hope I get hired on, but
Yeah.
who knows? Who
Yeah, I
knows?
mean, based on what I heard from the company, is they're definitely planning on hiring you as long as you do a decent job, and it sounds like you are.
Let's
And
hope. Let's hope.
a very quick path to doubling your salary and making 65K and on a great career path. And by the way, what do you think about the career path as a technology sales rep and some of the salaries of what people might be making at a company like yours?
I mean, I love it, and it gives me motivation just because, I mean, some of the AEs, it's incredible. It
Yeah.
really is incredible. I mean, for that being the next step up is just mind-blowing, really. I personally love all the growth that it has.
Hmm.
That was what was missing my past work, was just the ability to grow within a company, and no company really had that. And as someone in tech sales, I mean, there's so much growth, and you could take so many paths. There's just really endless possibilities. So I love it.
Hmm. And how much do you think realistically you had a chance or you'll have a chance of making in the next 3 years?
It depends what role I go into, because I've heard some of the salaries that the AEs make at my company, and never would I thought would I ever make that much money.
Yeah.
So realistically, if I'm not making a couple 100,000 in 3 years, then I'm doing something wrong.
That's what I want to
realistically.
hear.
Yeah.
Realistically, you're going to be making multiple six figures, so over 200,000
Oh
after
yeah.
3 years. So
Hmm.
yeah, wow, that's incredible. So,
Oh yeah.
could you
I
imagine?
still can't fathom it. Yeah, but it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So to summarize, you dropped out of college. You were working these basic retail jobs. You didn't really have any previous sales experience or knowledge of technology sales. You finished the course within 3 weeks, but when you enrolled, you were pretty hesitant because you didn't know if it was legit. Within a week of finishing, you already had an internship. Now you're working at this software data company, and you're on track to get turn into a permanent rep, making about 65 in your first year, with the career path leading you to multiple six figures within 3 years. And you're in Austin,
Hmm.
Texas.
Yeah, and I mean, not only did I land my first internship, I mean, I had numerous interviews within that week too. So, I mean, like it wasn't just like a one-hit wonder type of thing. Well, it kind of was, but
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah, you specifically
you have
chose that
options.
company.
You
Yeah.
have a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So let's say you kept applying to our partner companies and other companies, say over the following week. How many job offers do you think you could have had?
I mean, realistically, I wouldn't even need to apply. I'm getting offers on LinkedIn almost every day.
Oh,
So,
right now you're still getting hit up by recruiters every day offering you jobs.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what happens once you get like the work experience on your LinkedIn profile and resume. So this
Yeah, so I mean, like realistically, you don't really need to apply. You're set. You're good.
yeah, that's what I tell my students. It's almost hard to believe though. It's like how could you make that big of a transition in just a few months where employers are approaching you like begging to hire you for these 60, 70, maybe 80,000 a year positions. It's
Which is crazy because I mean,
yeah.
like I've never had a recruiter contact me regarding a job. That's just not. That was never in the books for me, and somehow it is now.
Awesome, man. Yeah, well, you have a great success story, and I hope more students will enroll and achieve the same or a similar success story to yours.
I hope so too, man. I mean, realistically, they shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Hmm.
It really has helped me tremendously, and I honestly couldn't thank you and your course enough.
Oh yeah,
Really.
yeah, no problem. We're here to help. Yeah, thanks, Levi.
Of course.